What's up, Spurs fans? Dallas, that's the way to do it. Game one, 105-97. This is huge. The big thing is we killed our little 9 straight road loss on the playoff streak. That's done. We got our win over the San Antonio Spurs. Couldn't have thought of a better team to get it over against. But the way we won this game gives me a lot of confidence going in throughout this series and moving on if we're fortunate enough to get out of this. And we will get out of this. Called it 6 games. Got game 1. Hopefully it'll be even earlier than that, but we'll see what happens. Tonight, who can I say was the player of the game for Dallas? It's really hard to choose. San Antonio did a good job of taking Jason Terry out of the game. I don't know if he probably had like 3 points, maybe. I can't remember his total, but he really wasn't much of a factor on the offense today. Dirk got his shots, but Dirk's gonna force some bad ones up, make some of them, miss some of them, and he had an okay game. But the guys who really stepped up were the role player guys, and that's why I think San Antonio is in trouble right now, because it wasn't our stars that won this game. It was guys like J.J. Barea, who is the straight up man. And I was saying before this series started, I said J.J. is going to be big for us in the playoffs. He gives us that one attack guy who can attack the basket consistently. Small guy and get in there like a Tony Parker. Now he's not on Tony Parker's level. I'm not saying that, but he's like that where you're a small guy who can get to the basket quick. And then Brandon Bass. Brandon Bass has got to be one of the smartest players you can see on the court. He does not take bad shots. He was 7 for 9 from the floor. He plays great defense, but on offense, he doesn't take stupid shots. Dirk Nowitzki, he'll take stupid shots. Now, he's a better shooter. Dirk is a pure shooter. He thinks he can make everything. Brandon, you can see he looks for the ones he can make, and he makes those. He was a big difference. At one point in the third quarter, he made 10 of 18 points for us. He was originally able to keep with. Actually, no, it was in the second quarter that he did that to stay with San Antonio, because San Antonio looked like they were going to pull away in the first half. In the first quarter, Tony Parker was getting what he wanted to. He wasn't scoring a lot, but we were letting him get inside the paint and kick it out. And then Mason and Finley, who I think were like 10 for 12, or who knows what they were from outside, were killing us. But then when we switched up the lineup, put JJ in there, it really worked out for us, and he really came through. Dallas is playing like a team right now. And that, in the Houston game that ended the season, it looked a lot like this game in the sense that almost every single person on the team contributed to the win. It wasn't just one guy. And that's good for Dallas, because there's no guy on Dallas right now you can say, let's stop Dirk Nowitzki and we win the game. You can stop Dirk Nowitzki, but then Brandon Bass, Jason Terry, and Josh Howard. I got to talk big about Josh Howard. Josh Howard last season had a terrible playoff run. He was he was a detriment to be on the floor for Dallas at that point. In the third quarter, he came alive, and he really helped us get the lead that we had and then continue that throughout. He not only was he slashed to the basket and making shots, but he was getting second chance baskets. He was getting his own rebounds and putting them back up, not letting San Antonio stop the game and slow it down. We want to play at a fast pace. San Antonio wants a slower, methodical, Tim Duncan, slow, kind of bank it off. And Tim got his, and Tim's going to get his. Dallas Mavericks fans, this is a very, very good win for us. Last season was really a downer. The playoffs, we were out in 5 games. Every single video I made after the games last season were all just down and whatnot. This is going to be a competitive series. And am I surprised we won Game 1? No, I'm not surprised we won Game 1. I do think we can win this, and I knew we had to split these first 2. Now going into Game 2 on Monday, just want to let you guys know, I will be in the building for Game 2 Monday night in San Antonio. Me and my roommate will be there. We'll be high on the Raptors. Got $15 tickets up there, but we wanted to be in the building for it. So we took Game 1. It's gonna be hard to take Game 2, but hopefully I can be there and help us out. It's gonna be it is gonna be difficult to beat a team like San Antonio in their own house 2 times in a row. But if we do, we'll open this series wide open. So can't wait to be at the game Monday night. Mavs fans, get crazy, get loud. If you are a Mavericks fan, get on here, start making some videos, start supporting this team, because that's what this is now. This is a team. This is a group of guys who are looking for the same goal. There's no egos on this team. There's a lot that usually people took a shot at Dallas for not having any vocal leaders. But right now what I see is that we don't have any egos on this team. Everyone wants to do well. No one's looking out for themselves. They want this as a whole group. San Antonio, I told y'all you better watch out. Game 1 is Dallas's. Game 2, hopefully we can take it as well. I'll be in the building. If you see me, shout at me. If you're San Antonio Spurs, you can cuss at me or whatever, and I'll just wave. We'll see you guys later, and let's go Dallas. Go Mavericks. Also, Spurs fans, I don't hear any excuses about not having Manu Ginobili. You knew you weren't going to have him coming in, and our role players are beating y'all right now. So I don't want to hear that. Your team lost as a team. I don't want to hear about Ginobili. Your team should be good enough to get over that loss. We'll see you later. Go Mavs.